Want to save this planet and make it sustainable for your kids and all future generations of life who can look back and say, hey, at least they invented solar freaking roadways.
You know, science is hard, but promising the world is easy. So we had this great idea of solar freaking thorium roadways. It's a revolutionary project that could quite literally save the world. And the amazing thing about this project is the less you think about it, the better it becomes. You've just got to listen and believe. You see, because thorium is super dense, it's one of the most hyperdense elements known to man. If we were to merely coat our roads with it, it would combine with the sun's photoctrinos to create power at over 9,000% efficiency. Indeed, if we were to merely coat the entire planet's surface with solar freaking thorium roadways, we could become the power brokers of the entire universe. We could solve in one single stroke the power crisis and global warming. Plus, we wouldn't have to worry about any of those inefficient roads anymore for transport, because you could drive from any one point on the planet to any other in a straight line. The most efficient way to get from A to B.
Excuse me, young man, am I being led to believe that this thing is some sort of thing? Yes, it's a thing, a real thing.
Look, it's as real as all of these other things. You've just got to listen and believe. Look, we made a picture. In fact, if you believe hard enough, solar freaking thorium roadways will generate so much energy that it'll make interstellar travel as easy as going to the local stores. But wouldn't it be dangerous out there in the stars, mister? No, because solar freaking thorium roadways can emit a planet-wide beam of pure concatenine energy in the form of an omega wave, which when controlled by the super intelligent Wi-Fi chips will instantly achieve world peace through superior firepower. Solar freaking thorium roadways are cheap, efficient, and portable.
I'm kinda broke, bruh. Yeah, no kidding. The economy is in the toilet. Do you realize how many thousands of jobs this could create and sustain? Talk about a hypodermic adrenaline shot to the heart of the manufacturing and infrastructure sector. And it pays for itself.
They would reverse global warming by refreezing glaciers, and they would function in the event of a flood as an emergency gear. The surface is coated with a micro sub-boson LED array, which means you would never again have to buy a television or mobile phone. They can double as a pong table. They have built-in alarm clocks, and their AI Micro-Neo processors are programmed with revolutionary feelings 1.0. So they stay up and wait for you when you get home late at night. They cry when you have split ends, and they take the garbage out for you. And just like any future project, they can hover your buildings to save them from earthquakes or rising sea levels. And what's more, in the unlikely event of solar failure, they are programmed to convert the stench of pure pseudoscience crowdfunding bullshit into weapons-grade day-glow polonium, which will both feed the world's hungry and act as an emergency light source. But hell, solar freaking thorium roadways would never have to worry about solar failure anyway, because solar freaking thorium roadways are also stellar freaking thorium roadways. I mean, why harvest the light of just one star when you can harvest the light from all of the stars? Meaning that this technology would never run out of power. Now sure, there will be those naysayers with their trivial complaints, their nitpicking complaints like there isn't enough thorium in the world to do this, or phototrinos don't exist, or 9,000% efficiency is especially impossible, or that driving in straight lines on a sphere would just be really dangerous, or giving an untested AI unfettered access to a planet-destroying weapon of hyper-destruction would be reckless. But there have always been naysayers. I mean, they laughed at Galileo, they laughed at Copernicus, and the truth is that the only people who laugh at this project are threatened by change. These are the people terrified by the fantastic new world that solar freaking thorium roadways would create. Or they have financial interests in the past. You know, these are the shills of big oil or regular solar panels. They just want to stick with their dirty burning oil or their toxic waste solar panels. These are the people who tried to tear down the motor car to keep the horse. These people are just scared of change. But that's not you, and we need your help. You see, making solar freaking thorium roadways is fundamentally impossible, and would require what scientists technically call a miracle. And miracles are expensive. So I'm crowdfunding for a top-shelf infrared camera in the hope of making enough cool science videos to be able to afford that miracle. Because, you know, of all the people whose hands you might want to put into some decent scientific kit, someone who has a history of absolutely wrecking pseudoscientific bullshit would be a good place to start.